Hello and thank you for watching today's unboxing video. Today we have the Pride Go-Go folding scooter. This is model number S19 by Pride Mobility. All you'll need is either a knife or a pair of box cutters, something sharp to cut the tape open along the top of the box carefully. There is a big styrofoam block on top. You'll want to go ahead and carefully just lift that up, put it to the side to get ready to take the scooter out of the box. It's a pretty straightforward process. We're going to show you how it's done. It takes about 5 minutes. As you can see, when you open the box, you'll find the scooter laying flat with a plastic sheeting around the entire scooter. Towards the front, underneath the two front wheels, you'll find a box. In that box, you'll find the battery charger. It's important to charge your unit overnight when you first get it to train the batteries. This is how you're going to get the longest life out of your battery. At this point, when you have the box open and you've removed the battery charger, the easiest way to get it out of the box is to stand the unit up. This is going to require some strength. You may need 2 people, but as you can see, we've carefully tilted the box forward so that the scooter is standing up as if though it's in the transporting position. As you can see, when it's folded up, it kind of takes the shape of a suitcase, which you can lug around as if though it's a rolling suitcase. That's one of the main benefits of this scooter, is that it folds and that you can roll it around like a suitcase. We're going to show you how it folds, unfolds, and demonstrate this scooter just a bit for you. As you can see, there's a red pull tab there. It's like a handle which you can pull outwards to the left side, and that's going to allow the scooter to fold and unfold. So that is the release switch for the folding feature, and there's actually a secondary release switch which we'll show you next. Here we're just removing the plastic sheet from the back of the seat and around the bottom of the seat, which is used to protect the seat during the shipping process. You're going to find a couple of styrofoam sheets wrapped around certain areas that are delicate. Here we're demonstrating one more time that you can use the pull tab, but if you don't fold the seat forward first, you're not going to be able to fold it. So make sure you fold the seat back down before starting to unfold or fold the scooter. You also want to make sure that you give a nice firm upward pull from the bottom of the seat in the front so that you hear it click and lock into place. That's very important. If you don't do that, the scooter will not work correctly. Here we're going to remove the plastic wrapping from the battery. The battery is removable and it's TSA friendly. In order to activate the scooter, you're going to have to pull the battery out of the battery cradle. It's very simple. You just lift it straight up and carefully slide it forward not to scratch the top of the battery box. Once the battery box is removed, you're going to see a red piece of plastic covering the terminal connection for the battery. That's due to shipping regulations and for safety, so that the battery also doesn't drain while it's in the warehouse prior to shipping. So the battery is disconnected. You can see the connection at the bottom of the battery, and then the other end at the base of the scooter. You'll want to go ahead and just line up the battery with the cradle and drop it straight in to make that connection. On the front, there is a tiller height adjustment knob. Counterclockwise will loosen it up, clockwise will tighten it up. So you can go ahead and raise or lower the handlebars so that they're at the most comfortable position for the user that's going to be using the scooter. The other release switch to fold and unfold the scooter is located directly under the seat. It's a red lever. You can pull straight up and make sure that the back of the seat's folded down, and then fold the scooter. To unfold, you can use either the lever on the left or the lever on the bottom. Make sure you grab the front of the seat and pull upwards to lock it into place. Here are a couple quick specs before we turn the unit on. It has a 250-pound weight capacity, a top speed of 4 miles per hour, and can travel up to 12.5 miles with a 2.25-inch ground clearance. The scooter has a pretty traditional dash with a battery indicator, a horn, button, and a light switch. You also have a speed control knob. The lights are very bright, as you can see. It's very nice for illuminating the path during the night. In the rear, you also have a tail light and a reflector on the bottom, which is very bright. One great thing about this scooter is that it has an ambidextrous throttle system. That means you can control the scooter with your left or right hand independently. You don't need both hands to use the scooter. As you can see, you can use your right hand to go forward or backwards, or you can use your left hand to go forward or backwards. The controls are just inverted. Now, if you push slowly, the scooter will move slowly. The throttles are sensitive to the touch. That means you can very slowly control the unit to crawl at a very slow pace by gently pushing on the throttle, or get it to the top speed by really pushing it all the way. We're going to show you how to set up the charger. There's a wall outlet which just needs to plug into the charger. There's no wrong way to plug it in. Just do it gently. It should go in on the one side that has the slot for the wall cable. And then go ahead and get the other end, which plugs into the scooter, plugged into the rear. We're going to show you where the connection point is for the charger right now, as well as a few other things. Make sure to power down the unit before you charge. And if you need to move the unit around without using the battery, just by manually pushing it, as we're doing in this case, because the charger is a little bit further away from the unit, we need to not have the cable stretched out. If you just flip that red lever, you're actually going to disengage the automatic brakes, and then you can push the unit manually. Keep in mind the unit will not operate with the battery unless the automatic brakes are engaged. That switch needs to be in the drive mode. Plugging in the charging cable is very straightforward. It's a 3-pin connector. There's no wrong way to do it. Here we're putting the automatic brakes back on because, again, you cannot use the scooter without the automatic brakes being engaged. That is a safety feature to prevent a user from uncontrollably rolling down a hill should the batteries run out. At this point, we're going to disconnect the charger. Remember to charge it overnight when you first get it. Here we want to just demonstrate what it's like to be able to pull the scooter around like a travel suitcase. All you have to do is fold it, stand it up on its front wheels, and then grab it by either the handle on the back or the front handles. It's better to grab the rear handle, which is a solid steel part of the frame. And then again, just pull that tab to unfold. We offer this product tax-free for sale on our website. We also offer it with free shipping at mobilityscootersdirect.com. Thank you again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you like this video. Drop a comment below. Give us a like if you feel you like this video. I'm Sergio. Have a great day.